Maidenslave, ladies and gentlemen, here, and I'm going to be talking about some vulgar displays of turbulence or violence or whatever the hell it is. Hugh, how do you feel about vulgar display of power?
Vulgar display of power has to be one of the most overrated motherfucking albums I've ever listened to. I pirated this piece of shit like 3 years ago with everybody saying, Hugh, you need to listen to this shit. This will be the best thing that you have heard in years. And I was like, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to be a little bit positive this time. And I'll listen to it. Because everybody's always talking about Pantera this, Pantera that. And I'm always just like, yo, that shit is not even that good. Have you guys even heard Rat? Okay, now that's good shit. But anyways, I was just like, alright, you know what? I'm going to pirate this motherfucker. I'm going to take time out of my day to pirate this piece of shit to listen to the best album of all motherfucking time. So I get it. And you know what I hear? I hear the most generic dog shit ever. There are so many other bands that came out in the 90s that demolish Pantera, but yet everybody's saying, oh, they saved metal. Fuck you. Fuck you. Because you all know that Korn saved heavy metal. Okay, bitches? Get this album, nothing special. Because guess what? It doesn't sound as good as metal that came after it. Doesn't sound nearly as good as metal that came before it. So I really don't understand why everybody's so hyped about this fucking Pantera. And that's another thing, dumbass fucking name. Oh, okay. Yeah, Pantera. That sounds a little bit like, a name of some shitty glam band that never made it. Oh, what? They were a glam band that never made it. Oh, well, fuck. And then all of a sudden, they start writing and trying to be fucking Metallica, and then Metallica stops being Metallica. So there you go, they capitalized. That was the best thing Pantera was ever good at. Okay? That was capitalizing. They're vultures. That's what they are. Their band name should be whatever the fuck vulture is in Spanish. So fuck off with this overrated piece of shit vulgar display of power. Get the fuck out of here. Ooh, yeah, vulgar display of power. We're so tough. Stop trying to fucking be tough and go write some good music, motherfucks.
Anyways, vulgar display of power. I definitely don't feel that way about this album. I think this album is, if anything, a little bit underrated for this band because Cowboys from Hell. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Starts out with a little ditty called Mouth for War. Great way to start the album. Doesn't have any intro, any bullshit. Just gets straight into it. Has a little bit of a progressive rhythm in there to begin with. I really like it. Very catchy. And then, of course, it goes into a very fast part, as you would come to expect from Pantera at this point. That goes into probably my favorite song on the entire album. Solos, great vocal performance, but the thing that I like the most is the groove, just because of the riffs that Dime plays. The thing that sticks out the most to me on the song is Vinnie Paul's drum performance. I mean, the guy does a phenomenal job with the whole groove metal thing. So then we get to Walk, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who are familiar with me probably think he's gonna hate this song. I mean, this is pretty much everything that he doesn't like. It's pretty slow, it's kind of just based around a riff. It just kind of chugs along, whatever the fuck that means. But no, actually I very much enjoyed the song because it sounds so good. I mean, it is a catchy riff and everything, and I guess you can say it is a little bit repetitive, but the guitar sounds so great on this song. Also, I like the lyrics quite a bit. I mean, they're very transparent in pretty much what they're about, and I prefer transparent lyrics more often than not, so I really love that. And obviously Phil, he does a fantastic job just delivering the lyrics. To be honest, it is one of the highlight moments for me on this album, and it does sound different than pretty much every other song on this album. When I first went through this album a long time ago, actually, just kind of skimming through it. Fucking Hostile obviously stuck out to me the most because I am a fan of the more aggressive side of this band. I mean, the thrash elements brought me to the dance, and I stuck around for the awesome groove. And then, of course, right after probably the fastest and most aggressive song on the album, we get to the first ballad. This song definitely shows us the different side to Pantera, the more vulnerable side. It's a great song, and pretty much at this point on the album, every single song has been completely different. So far, so good. So what? And then, of course, Rise is a very fast, aggressive, thrashy song once again. And then we get to pretty much the only real problem that I have with the album. No Good, Attack the Radical, and Living in a Hole, as well as, I believe, one more song on the album. And that is filler tracks. Yeah, there's filler tracks on this album. They're not terrible, they're just obviously weaker than every other song. So the album gets back on track with Regular People, Conceit. Pretty much it's another groove, kind of similar to A New Level. I mean, the riff on there is really, really good. And to me, it's just another phenomenal track on this album. By Demons Be Driven is the other filler track for me on this album. And the album ends with Hallow, which once again slows it down a phenomenal way to end the album, in my opinion. And this song is probably my other favorite, most favorite song on the album. You know, you get the slow melodic thing going on. You get an absolutely phenomenal vocal performance from Phil on this song, and of course, once again, it does pick up. It gets a bit faster, and then obviously gets a bit heavier. Just a phenomenal way to end this album. Pretty much showing almost, every single, strength on this album in one song at the very end. Very memorable, and it's an ideal song to end an album because every time I listen to the album, I want to listen to the song, so I'm going to get to the end of the album, so it does its job. Anyways, this album is phenomenal. This is like the album. If you're going to listen to one album from this band, Vulgar Display of Power is going to be it. But anyways, I gotta get the fuck out of here, so I'm going to give Vulgar Display of Power by Pantera a 9 out of 10. It just runs a little bit too long, and it has some filler tracks on it. That's my only gripe with it. So I'll see you guys later.